Hello everyone and welcome to my new building series, Build Challenges. In this series I'll be challenging myself to a theme or style I'm unfamiliar with and trying to make a build in it. I'll be going through the build in time-lapse as I explain to you what my thought process was behind building each piece. To start us off, I've picked the desert theme. It's a theme style that I really like, but I've never personally built in it. I found it quite tricky and I never was quite happy with anything I did try. So I thought that was a perfect place to start. Our only restriction is a 2x2 chunk area, and currently there is no world edit because I'm in 1.19 and it's not been updated yet. Either way, let's get this time lapse going and let's see what I can come up with. Going into this, I looked at other games I played for inspiration. Black Desert Online's desert area and CSGO's Dust 2 has some really nice architecture that I thought would be great for this. My initial idea was two main buildings connected with like a balcony walkway area with a street going below. But as I was building it up, I wanted to add a main tower, so it made more sense to just bring it all together to be one building. From my understanding of desert builds, they are generally very blocky and flat, and it's mainly the colors and shape that really make it interesting and look great. So I used warped for my color as I was trying to experiment with it, and I knew in Arabian styles they use blue and gold a lot. But as I was adding all this in, I was getting frustrated with the build. I'd stand back and look at it, it was just too flat for me. So after stepping away for a little bit of time, I came back and decided I'll just use what I know works in Minecraft, depth and color variation. I grabbed some birch and I just added castle-like crenellations to the building, and instantly I was happy with it and I thought the build was just 100 times better. From here, I wanted to add different styles of crenellations and not use the birch for the second floors and up. But as I was experimenting with spruce and just different slight variations on the style, I just couldn't get quite happy with it. I adjusted the main tower and then tried to use warped for the crenellation. I thought it would really work, and I think it would really work even today. But ultimately I was a little scared and thought it would dominate or just look very weird and out of place. So I got rid of it and just went back to the birch. For the main tower, I wanted to have it really stand out, so I initially thought that spruce would work, but it was just too dark and too awkward, so I brought it back down to oak, and I think it looks much better. At this point I was mostly done with the building, so I wanted to add the road and the palm tree, and with that I thought the build was starting to come together really nicely. But every time I'd look back at the tower, it just needed something more. And I thought it just needed the crenellations to come down to the floor to make it look more secure and powerful. At this point I was stuck doing some of the smaller details of the build, and this is where I really struggle as a builder. I get frustrated easily and I'm not very patient when it comes down to this, and I just get frustrated and give up. So to finish this off, I wanted to add another building in the front to give this appearance of a nice bustling street with market stalls and other houses going along. To finish that off, I wanted to add another palm tree to add more greenery and growth to the area, and add another market stall in the back to finish it off. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this build came together. I think the small details could definitely be improved, and this is an area I need to work on as a builder. Hello and welcome back. The build is complete and I'm super happy with it. I've never really built in the desert style, and I would definitely build this on my server or any server and be proud of it. The crenellations with the birch has really brought the build together, and I'm glad I decided to just take that risk and go for it. But ultimately, I think the warp would have really worked, and I wouldn't mind trying that again sometime. These palm trees are also something I've never really done before. Custom trees is not something I'm used to doing, but I think they really came out quite nice. So I think this one's better than this, and this one could do another pass over to get to improvement. But ultimately, I had to finish at some point, and this brings me to these two spots. If you have any suggestions for other challenges you'd like to challenge me to, leave them down in the comments. I look forward to reading them, and I will definitely try and do any that I see. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next Builder Challenge. Goodbye!